If elegance had an address, it would be this home. I mean a place where wallpapers set the tone, the vibes are elite. Hi, I'm Amita from Bravura Spaces, and today I take you through a home which is possibly one of the most elegant homes that I've designed. It is modern, it is classy, and yet it has a story waiting to be told. Let's come along and see how it looks. The story here starts with the ceiling, which the builder has given, but we've created this little elegant strip of fluting with a beautiful chandelier. There is some amount of fluting that goes on the wall as well, blends very seamlessly into whatever the elevation the builder gave. All our staff does not bring in their shoes inside the home, and we need a shoe rack, and I hate those multiple pairs of shoes which are outside in all shapes and sizes are outside our home. Here we created very efficient storage as a bench where somebody can actually even wear shoes comfortably. This is a live edge that makes the top with little bit of pebble and plants, and that is what really sets the vibe of the home. This place also had a utility entrance, which of course we closed due to other reasons. And guess what I did? I created some storage here. So this actually is a place where the family, which is totally into sports, and this is where they are putting the golf set, the cricket set, and all other utilities that they may have, all related to their sports goods. The most important aspect of a home, unarguably, is actually the entry foyer. This entry foyer actually has a longish corridor. There was also a powder room here, which we've taken into the kitchen. So watch out for the kitchen tour of this home. Created a backlit, a very sleek backlit onyx counter. We ditched the mirror as a typical detail, have these lights and a few artifacts which create the drama that this place needs. The corridor ceiling is something that you must watch out for. And as designers, I think we as a knack create amazing things and designed elements out of all the limitations that a site may have. So this particular place actually had a beam protruding out. So what did we do? Created coves, created that art ceiling, gave it a beautiful Asian paints safari dune color, and that becomes the highlight, and actually during the evenings it looks quite stunning. You look into a beautiful painting which has been inspired by flora and fauna and a lot of colors. This entire space of course has glass doors. My reason and as always is efficiency of air conditioner, and it just is so much easier to maintain. So this is the living room of the house. If you have been following me, you would know I've done multiple homes in this complex in this exact floor plan, but like I always say, people make places. So every home turns out to be very different, and it's very difficult to actually associate the same floor plan with the other house. The entire place is very neutral. The pop of color, or not the pop of color, is actually use of this black and beige stripes that I absolutely love. A very funky print of these faces, which also it goes along with the same concept. I think what we did as features in this entire place is shiplap that runs across the entire wall of the house, of this room. We've also created these arches which really eliminate the use of any artwork. So we have created artwork out of our walls in this house, and that has really been the underlying element or the underlying design philosophy of this entire home. So these walls have these beautiful arches centrally placed to the furniture. The entire furniture is also very organically shaped and has boucle as the fabric, which is so much, it just speaks of comfort. The entire color scheme of this home, of this particular room, came in from this beautiful wallpaper. It is was the reason for a lot of worry for my client, because when this came up, she actually never slept the night and she was so worried that we have possibly made a wrong choice. But when we selected this wallpaper, it was fairly rational in the sense it was very dark. I mean, it's a black base that is there. It has off-white and red, and that's how this entire color scheme came about. So as the backdrop of this dark wallpaper, we ditched traditional buffet counters, created 2 cabinets on either side with these beautiful lights. So these act as beautiful counters, have storage because I'm a storage queen. This entire table is selenite with very subtle chairs, and this then complements the other side, which is basically off-white ecru and black and beige stripes. That is the entire vibe of this place and is so neutral and stunning. Another feature which my clients were very clear that they wanted is some seating arrangement which overlooks the expanse, and they were pretty insistent on creating this one particular counter by the window, which is here. Here, instead of using a typical marble or stone counter, we actually chose live edge, which I love live edge. We've chosen these very nice linen printed chairs which basically have the pack of cards, and it is just screams party at it. This diamond shaped faceted bar counter is something that has been made at my manufacturing unit, and it's actually part of my own limited edition furniture that I do, and it is all done in black mirror. It has multiple facets, which really talks about facets of life, facets of our day-to-day life, and the color scheme, the way it goes, just blends beautifully into this entire color scheme. What I like to do for all my bars is give it 2 counters. So there's one counter which really works as the mixing counter, and this becomes the serving counter, which means that when somebody enters the party, you're halfway through your entire gathering, and all the mess that is created with all the bottles and the soda and the water and the ice is just not seen, and your entire bar actually looks very clean. We have storage here, we have a wine chiller, and actually enough storage for it to be a watering hole for any party that may take place here. Here in this room, I did not want to take up the well-trodden path of putting a chandelier right in the center of the entire room, and therefore we bought this chandelier and placed it right above the bar. Now it does 2 things. One, it's just gone away from the well-trodden path, which I love doing intermittently. The other is that it really creates a very nice frame and a highlight for this bar. Also, you need not have all the lights on, all the ceiling lights and focus lights on. You can play with a lot of layering of light, and maybe just this one light is on and the others are switched off, depending on the kind of mood that you wish to create around here. And that is how this entire place functions when they have gatherings and when they are hosting. I think the most important aspect of lighting is, yes, we do create lights in the ceiling, but I also like to create a lot of layering of light on the walls, and that is what I've done with some amount of scones that are there on the other side, and then of course a certain amount of COBs and focus lights that are created here. Moving along to the family lounge, and what is a home without a family lounge where the entire family can sit and chill? And of course, television is the most important aspect of any family lounge. So here we opted for recliners, which are very comfortable, and the family can sit and enjoy watching a family time, watching a large television that is part of their room. Recliners on both the sides, so it's actually meant for a lot of family time together. Those little things, the light, the layering of light, which is so important, that comes in here. Tables to make it clean. The family has 2 young boys, so they wanted to keep the entire place clean and devoid of any kind of a center table or a coffee table. But what we did is to create this organic shaped rug which adds a lot of color, and I think it also adds a lot of playful journey, playful vibe to the entire place. This is the breakfast counter, the dining area on a regular basis, highlighted with these lights, and it absolutely makes life so much simpler because you're not going into the formal dining area every single day. This entire area opens into the family mandir, which is absolutely beautiful. We created a highlight ceiling with a little dome kind of a shape. There's a little corner puja, and of course a beautiful place which is almost part of the entire family because the way it's placed, and it's an open mandir, so it just opens into the entire family lounge and is actually part of the entire home. This kitchen is to die for, and take my word for it and stay tuned to my channel. Of course, how can I have a home without a large shoe rack? So here it is, a large shoe rack with drawers for socks, and very, very convenient to be used. This is the office, and I'm not going to show you, it's locked. This is the kids' room, and it absolutely has the personality of the kids. The two small boys who have this room, and the whole idea was to make this very functional for them, but also create a lot of open space. So we've kept this entire place devoid of anything, just put a very beautiful organic shaped rug and some toys, and they can just have a lot of place to feel, just be on the floor, play on their own, and generally have a good time when they are in the room. Of course, the side table, the study table with a lot of storage, drawers, everything. So all their stationery items, papers, books, everything are very neatly tucked away here. The bed was, the bed head actually was fairly unique in the sense, instead of going for a regular straight lined headboard, we tried to create this little, almost like a city skyline silhouette, and this becomes a place for them to put their little toys and this little stuffed toy which they take to bed. A nice color, vibrant, open, a lot of memories, a lot of their stuff, and that is what makes the boys' room. We used these vintage light bed lamps which add quite a vibe to the place, and of course it's boys. I think we need speed, we need elements that talk about bikes, and that came across in this beautiful light fitting. The closets of this entire room has been designed keeping the fact, at least for the next 10 years, they stay relevant. As the kids grow, their clothes grow, the size and the kind of clothes grow. So this entire place has been designed, so well designed, with keeping that in mind, and that's another tour. And watch out for the washrooms of this entire house. They have been designed keeping in mind the personality of the entire room and who stays in the room, and that is what has dictated, and believe me, you wouldn't want to miss that. The highlight of this home actually has been the walls and the stories the walls tell. This room has this beautiful wallpaper customized with a beautiful scene. I think it's fairly Asian in its theme and look. This entire place is very neutral, and the only pop of color is actually happening in the sofa that is there, the bed, and of course a large television unit that faces it. The wallpaper is beautiful, and I think what is adding to the detail is these profiles that kind of break the monotony yet take the entire story forward. We did have this element, and since my clients have just recently shifted into this home, we're going to keep this as this element quite empty for now, and the story unfolds as they spend more and more time in this house. The big thing about my LCD units is that we have perfected the art of not a single wire showing. This entire panel has the television, the sound bar, and all the wiring. That's all the wiring that you really see. None of those ugly wirings coming from the television to the other things, and everything else is very neatly tucked in. This entire panel also has the backlit, my attempt at light layering. There's a lot of storage that goes in here, and that's how this entire room has been taken forward. add plants, and I think the rooms and the entire vibe of the home is just beautiful, while it is also giving you a lot of fresh air. The wardrobes in this house, again in this room, are in line with the entire room. It's very neutral with this beautiful matte gold detail. The laminates are very neutral, a beautiful backlit mirror and multiple drawers. We did create this little niche into the wall, and it holds those little things that you want to use that very often. This entire thing, the washroom, is also something that you must watch out for in my next tour. Taking you to the guest room of the house, and this entire corridor also has this little feature we added of breaking the monotony of the wall. And like I said, we're trying to create artwork out of our walls. So this is how this entire wall has been treated. So it does two things. One, there is light coming in from the mandir, and believe you me, it looks brilliant in the evening when there is light in the mandir, and it casts a beautiful shadow on the floor here. And the highlight of this home, of course, has been the way we have used the walls to set the tone. This is the guest room, and what better way to really create a holiday vibe for your guests. And here, this is where we've gone and gotten a nice, beautiful, customized wallpaper, which actually looks like a backdrop of a holiday spot. So it's a brilliant view. We have used very organic soft fabric. We have added this whole little taste of rattan in the bed and the entire furniture, and the choice of furnishings has been very beautiful, has been very muted, and something that is going to create a sense of calm. Taking the botanical theme from the wallpaper, we have that following us even in the chairs and the other furniture. And the walls are neutral, the wardrobes are very neutral. This entire vibe is just taking the holiday vibe way too seriously, including using artwork that the couple has picked up from one of their holidays. So while we want our guest room to always be very set, almost like a hotel room, but you cannot take away the wisdom of being prepared for anything extra they may need without them having to go through the wardrobes. So we have this little sandook kind of detail which can hold an extra doher, maybe a blanket or whatever else, or maybe even the linen of this house, and that is what creates that additional space, and it's yet a very decorative piece of furniture, and that's how the entire guest room of this home comes together. Signing off from yet another Bravura home. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have enjoyed bringing it to you. If you have stayed this far, do remember to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell icon so you know when a new video is dropped. See you around.